Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we follow the journey of these extraordinary men as they build a fully functional underground cabin. We will explore every stage of the construction process, starting from digging the foundations to assembling a solid shelter that can withstand the harsh and extreme weather conditions of this land. You will see how these extraordinary men faced all the difficulties to build a safe and comfortable underground living space, including special techniques and creative solutions to withstand the bitter cold and harsh nature. One of the key factors in ensuring the durability of the cabin is the use of a traditional construction technique called wood burning. This process involves burning the surface of the wood, which increases the durability and resistance of the wood material over time. When the wood surface is burned, its outer layer becomes harder, more resistant to abrasion, and especially resistant to the penetration of mold, bacteria, or other damaging factors. This technique not only increases the durability of the cabin, but also creates a natural protective layer, which is especially important in the harsh environment of Siberia. The logs were carefully selected to ensure their ability to withstand heavy loads, as they would form the walls and main structure of the underground cabin. The construction of this cabin relied on precise woodworking techniques, notably the notching and bonding methods. These methods help the logs to be tightly connected to each other, creating a solid structure that will last over time and withstand harsh environmental factors. Once the supports have been securely erected, the next step is to assemble the crossbeams. In this process, the mortise and tenon technique plays a very important role as it ensures a solid and stable connection for the structure. The mortise and tenon method uses meticulously cut notches on the surface of the logs, creating joints with very high load-bearing capacity without depending on nails or metal accessories. This technique allows the logs to fit together perfectly, minimizing the looseness of the structure while increasing the load-bearing capacity, which is especially important when building in harsh conditions, such as those in Siberia. Each nail is hammered with precision, allowing the structural parts to fit together naturally, not only ensuring stability, but also helping the logs to bond tightly without misalignment. To provide temporary protection from the elements during construction, a large tarpaulin is stretched over the roof beams. This tarpaulin acts as a temporary cover, protecting the structure from rain, snow, and other harsh weather elements. The next stage in the construction process involved building the walls using a layered timber system instead of using traditional stacked logs. A waterproof membrane is wrapped around the walls of the tunnel before the wooden layers are reinforced. This waterproof membrane plays an important role in preventing water penetration, keeping the underground cabin structure dry, and avoiding problems such as water seepage, mold, or material corrosion. To further reinforce the lower parts of the wall, large stones and wooden beams were placed along the base of the structure. These elements not only provide support, but also play an important role in keeping the walls stable, preventing erosion from below. The large stones help to distribute gravity more evenly and create a solid cushion, while the wooden beams increase cohesion and resist the effects of compressive forces. The plank walls are then constructed by fitting the planks horizontally between the structural posts. Each plank is notched at the edges, creating tongue and groove joints that allow the planks to fit together perfectly. This technique not only creates a tight-fitting wall, but also increases the strength and load-bearing capacity of the entire structure. Thanks to the precise joints, the joints between the planks prevent water seepage and enhance the insulation of the cabin, keeping the interior warm and well protected from the effects of the weather outside. The insulation between the planks is jute tape, a natural fiber that has long been used in wooden house construction to enhance insulation performance and minimize air leakage. Jute tape not only improves insulation, but also creates a natural barrier, protecting the structure from harsh environmental factors without harming health or reducing the sustainability of the material. The roof of the underground cabin not only needs to withstand the weight of external elements such as snow, rain, and wind, but also needs to ensure the ability to insulate and protect the interior space. The roofing process begins with the construction of a solid roof frame from carefully treated wooden beams. These beams are installed horizontally and vertically, forming a frame system with great load-bearing capacity and evenly distributing the weight, preventing the roof from sagging or collapsing over time. Unlike traditional wooden cabins, an underground structure such as an underground cabin requires special reinforcement requirements to ensure stability and prevent the walls from collapsing under the impact of soil weight and pressure from environmental factors. To achieve this, in addition to solid wall structures, supporting beams and reinforcing frames play an important role in dispersing forces and ensuring load-bearing capacity for the entire structure. Another factor that these underground structures need to deal with is the design of ventilation openings or windows. These are necessary to maintain natural light and ventilation for the space inside the cabin. However, designing these openings in underground structures is a challenge because each opening needs to be safe without reducing the stability of the walls or roof. The stairway structure in the underground cabin, especially the underground part, must be carefully reinforced to prevent erosion and collapse. This section of the stairway is dug deep and reinforced with compacted soil combined with wooden planks, which help to disperse the pressure from the soil and protect against abrasion. The compacted soil creates a solid foundation, while the wooden planks help to stabilize the soil and prevent mold. Unlike alternative heating methods such as propane heaters or electric systems, open fireplaces and wood stoves offer several important advantages that make them a superior choice for many underground cabins. One of the main reasons for choosing a wood stove is because of the fuel's availability in forested areas, where firewood is easy to find and inexpensive to purchase. To build a solid and durable underground cabin floor, he first cleared the ground area, dug about 10 to 15 centimeters deep, leveled and compacted the soil to create a stable surface. Then he chose large wooden bars as the main beams, usually peeled round tree trunks, and placed them parallel to the length of the cabin. The planks were gradually brought in, and he installed the floorboards by measuring and cutting the planks precisely, placing them close together horizontally or vertically. He chiseled small grooves at the edges of the planks to create mortises and tenons, then used wooden or bamboo pegs to fix them to the beam frame. He began by using large nails to fasten each panel to the wooden beam below. Each panel was nailed evenly at both ends and in the middle, ensuring that it would not warp or shift during use. Once the entire floor was securely fastened, he used a handsaw to cut off the excess panels that protruded beyond the edge of the floor, creating a neat and straight border. The boards were pre-cut, then he used screws to secure the legs and joints of the table. Each joint was firmly assembled, ensuring the stability and durability of the table. After the parts were fixed, he brought the parts into the cabin, then assembled them together, forming a complete small table. This table is not only aesthetic, but also very sturdy, suitable for the living space in the underground cabin. He started by installing 2 sturdy hinges on the legs of the bed, allowing the bed to fold up against the wall or floor when not in use. He then joined the boards together to form a sturdy bed frame. The boards were cut and joined tightly, ensuring long-term durability. When he finished the bed frame, he installed hinges on the sides of the bed to ensure flexible folding and opening. When needed, he simply pulled the bed out and secured it with a support bar. This support bar is simple but very effective, preventing the bed from shifting or falling when in use. The entire process of making this bed not only brings convenience, but also saves space in the underground cabin. Finally, he started making kitchen cabinets to complete the cabin space. The kitchen cabinets are made from natural wood, precisely measured and cut and firmly assembled. The cabinet doors are made simply but delicately, with sturdy wooden hinges that make it easy to open and close. After installing the cabinets, he checked each joint and made sure every detail was tight and sturdy. The kitchen cabinets not only help store things neatly, but also contribute to creating a cozy and comfortable living space, perfectly completing the underground cabin in the middle of the wild.